Hi everyone, welcome to Colette's Thermi Kitchen. My name is Colette Matriga and I'm a Thermomix consultant here in Australia with customers in all states and territories. I love my Thermomix and I love sharing what you can do with it. Now, I'm just going to turn off this little guy, the heater. Now today what we're looking at is we're going to be looking at browning. And in the last couple of weeks, there's something I've been making quite a bit and I'm really enjoying it. And that's what we're going to make to demonstrate the browning function. Now I'm going to be using my TM7 and I think you all know that the browning capabilities on the TM7 are amazing. And it's something I'm really loving. You know, with the TM6, I will show you where to go to kind of do something similar to this. But you're controlled in terms of how far it browns, and you're controlled in terms of the actual quantity that you're doing. Now with the TM7 you've got more features. You've got like intense browning for those gnarly kind of searing of meats and vegetables with lots of liquid in, for example, and you've got a gentle browning. Now one of the great things, let's just go with the TM7 here, is that we have got instructions. This is the easiest Thermomix I think that is out there. Everything is kind of built in for you to use. Just going to turn this little guy over. Okay. Now if I head over here to my screen, what I can actually do is I've actually set up here on the front. Can you see that clearly on the camera, Andy? Yeah. So I've set up here, you can actually personalize these, and you can see the ones that I use the most are my open cooking, the browning, manual mode and steaming. Those are my go-tos that I use all the time. So I'm just going to go straight into browning, and if you're not sure where to find that, head towards your modes. Okay, and here you've got browning. So the first time you go into any mode with the TM7, you want to just take an extra couple of minutes to educate yourself about it. So if you click on show tips, it's going to give you information and how to. And then if you go again into further tips, it's going to tell you a little bit about the differences between the gentle and the intense browning and some more information. So please always take a moment, no matter what mode, and there's lots of different modes that you go into, please just take a moment to read that through, because it's going to make your experience even better. So let's go back home, go back into my browning mode, and what I want to do is I'm going to make this kind of chicken dish, and I just love it. It's literally about 6-7 minutes, it's really quick, but what you need to do, again I'm going to talk TM7 first and then I'll talk TM6 for you, so I'm not forgetting you guys, is I want to flavour and cook this chicken breast, which I've cut down to about maybe 2 centimetres, 3 centimetres in size. Try and make all the cubes the same size if you can. Take off that tenderloin underneath, that's going to help you get more sizing correct. I want to flavour this up, and the very first thing I'm going to do before I start to talk about flavours is I'm going to get some oil in here. When you're using the intense browning function on the TM7, you want to heat that oil up. So just like you do in a wok or in a fry pan, when you then introduce the food components, it's going to just sizzle, and you know, rather than just, it's going to be cold. So into here, I'm just going to pop probably about 2 tablespoons roughly of oil, and I'm going to pop my lid back on. And then I'm going to tell it 2 minutes is all we need to heat it up. So I'm just going to go for 2 minutes. And the temperature I want to be at 120. 120 is fine. Well, let's get that back down. Glasses on, Colette, then I can see a bit better. Okay. So 100 and, yep, actually that's fine. 140 will be fine. And then I'm just going to, it's on gentle, so that's fine. I'm just going to hit play. So what that's now doing, it's really heating up that oil. So it's going to be super hot. Ah, okay. Let me just go back. I'll teach you properly here. When you're heating up the oil in browning, when you're heating up with browning, what you want to do is you want to go into, not browning function, you want to go into manual mode. And manual mode, 2 minutes, 1, 2, and 120 degrees is perfect. That's what I wanted. Okay, and now we're just going to heat that up. And the reason why you can't do that in browning is because there's no food in there yet. So we heat the oil up just in manual mode. Okay, beautiful, that's nice and warm. Turn that off for now. All right, so as that's heating up, I always have to have Colette, you're not doing very well today. I'm just going to go speed 1. All right, I always have to have a look because it's so quiet, making sure it's actually working. Okay, so while that's heating up, I want to get my chicken prepped. Now, you can add whatever flavors you want. So I'm going with a Mexican vibe today. You can go with an Indian vibe, you know, a Mediterranean vibe. You can add all sorts of beautiful things to this mix. Now, for me today, I'm actually adding in some smoked paprika, so it's about a teaspoon of each, some ground cumin, some ground coriander, some garlic salt because I don't want the garlic to burn in this process, bit of pepper and just a small bit of salt because we have got the garlic salt there. So all of those are going to go into this mix. So you might have a taco mix already made up. And the taco mix on Cookie Dough is amazing. You could just add a couple of tablespoons of that and that would be perfect. All right, now continuing with that Mexican vibe. Did you enjoy those, Andrew?
What are they? They're beautiful.
They're my pickled red onions.
Wow.
They're always in the fridge. Always have them in sandwiches. You love my sandwiches when I put them in.
Wow.
So all those spices have now gone into this chicken, and following with that Mexican theme, what I'm going to do is just zest in some lime to go with the flavours. So if you're doing a Chinese theme for this, you know, you could add some soy sauce. Don't forget to add some vinegar for balance. And remember, you need some sweetness, so that could be a little bit of sugar. You could even add a bit of jam, but I know jam, you know, something like a blackberry or a dark jam would be amazing. So just adding a nice generous piece of zest. Perfection. And then I just want to grab a knife and thank you. And I'm just going to just add in some zest. Lots of freshness going in there. I might add a little bit more actually. Beautiful. All right. So as I said, really anything goes. Mediterranean flavors you could actually pop into here. You know, your oregano, all those lovely kind of herbs that they use. So I'm mixing this through. And then what I want to do is, just to help that bind, I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil. And now you'll see this will mix through lovely. And then to this mix, I'm also going to add some onion, just as a couple of shallots. I love onion. I just absolutely got most Jews love it. It's in most things I cook. So a couple of shallots is going to be lovely. Now once I've done that, what I'm going to do is to take this lid off. That oil is nice and hot, and I'm just going to now pop this in. And then I'm just going to take a moment to make sure it's balanced. Okay, so it is all balanced around the blade. Okay, so I'm now going to go back home, and now I'm going to go into browning mode. And what I want to do now is I am going to go, so I find 6-7 minutes, so I'm going to go 7 minutes, 3, 4, okay, 7 minutes, 7 minutes, and I want to go at 160, hot, so that's going to be really hot. That's going to give you a good sear, and I'm switching to intense, and then I'm going to hit play. So now what's happening, the Thermomix is just mixing all that beautifully. It's going to sear off all of that chicken for me, and it's going to be beautiful. So get my little cloth, tidy up as I go. No questions there, Andrew?
No, lots of people asking, are you feeling better?
Yeah, just a bit tired, and so sometimes social media can be just so much. I just felt I needed to step back and have a little break from the social media. Anyhow, so we're going to be putting this into a lovely wrap today. You can do Buddha bowls with this, all sorts of things, and I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing with it. But for today, I want to make up a lovely chipotle mayonnaise. So I've got about half a cup of mayo here, and to that I am going to add just a little bit of water, just to thin it out a little bit. And again, going with the Mexican vibes, a little bit of lime juice. And then in terms of the spices, I have got some smoked paprika, and I've got some chili powder here, but I'm just going to hold on to that for the second, because you can add just chili powder, you could add chipotle powder. My go-to is this guy here. Love this stuff. It has a kick, so be wary of it. It's absolutely great. So it's chipotle in adobe sauce. Very fiery. So I've got 2 tablespoons here. Oh, I can smell that, lovely. And I'm just going to pop that in, and then I'm just going to mix all of that through. And this is going to give us a wonderful kick and just balance those beautiful flavours we've got in that chicken. Okay, so now, can you smell that chicken, Andy?
Yes.
So now I am just going to just take a little test. I'm going to add just a touch more lime, and I'm going to add, I want it really fiery, so I am actually going to add the rest of that chili into here. And I'm also just going to add a little bit more water. And salt and pepper. Okay, salt and pepper going in.
So Suzanne asked, for TM6, do you put chicken evenly around base of jug?
I'm going to talk about the TM6 in a second. And I just wanted to get this on. So the flavors can kind of melt together, and this will be happy in your fridge for about a week. So I've got the consistency now that I want. So, you know, that's the kind of consistency I'm looking for. Oh, that smells good. Now, one of the other things I love about the TM7 is I can just stop, okay, take the lid off, and I'm just going to show you, I'm going to give it a stir.
Oh, that smells so good.
It does smell good. So that's what we've got so far. It's sizzling like crazy, and it's just beautiful. So on we go. That's fabulous, and we are going to continue. So my mayo is done, which is lovely. Okay, so we have got I wonder why that didn't continue. Okay, so we've got about 3 more minutes to do, so that will be fine.
It says 9 minutes on there.
I know, I didn't reset it. You all know what you're doing, so 3 more minutes to go. So if you want to, I can just change that to 3. Excellent. It does smell really, really good. So we're not just going to put chunks of chicken on, absolutely not. We're going to be doing some other things. Now, what Andrew was tasting, by the way, are these. I think that the recipe for these is on my blog. My fridge is never without these. They are the most beautiful things, and I use them in so much. Every time I do a wrap, every time I do a sandwich, these are my red pickled onions. They are absolutely delicious. Very Moorish, Andy, aren't they?
Why they taste quite slightly sweet?
Yeah, vinegar and sugar. A mix of vinegar and sugar, so it's getting that balance right. But this is a perfect.
There's normal sort of pickled onions are just sharp.
Very sharp. These are
not. These are beautiful.
They are beautiful indeed. All right. So Just now waiting for that to finish off, a couple more minutes. I'm going to just make my flatbread here. So I'm just doing a little one up just to kind of show you. So I'll pop this on my plate. But obviously you can do a mega big one, any size. People actually have asked about coriander, you know, how do I clean coriander? So whenever I go shopping and I come home, what I do is I fill my sink up with cold water and plenty of vinegar. And I wash all my tomatoes, my cucumbers, everything gets washed. With the coriander, I pull down this bit here and I swig it around in that vinegar water. You'll be amazed how much stuff comes out. It's just so much comes out of coriander. It must be washed. And then what I do is I sit it on a clean towel in the sun by the window, and now this is all beautifully dried and cleaned. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop that off and put it in one of my vacuum-sealed glass containers, and that's going to last me about 3 weeks. And then with the roots, I will definitely keep those, clean them, and then once they're really well cleaned, I'm going to pop them into a bag in my freezer, and that's going to be really, really good. So the root has so much flavour. And while we're talking about freezing, I'll show you that little tip. So with my flatbreads, because it's just Andrew and I, what I do when I get the flatbreads home is I roll them up and I pop them into a freezer bag. So I can take 1, 2, 3, 4, however many I want out of the freezer, literally 5 minutes for them to defrost. I like to just flash them in a pan just to warm them up to make them nice and soft, and this should actually be fine. But that's how I store my little wraps. So if you've got a great technique for freezing or storing, put that in the post below and help each other. Okie dokie.
So Lorraine asks, is it easy to take that cap off the top of the TM7?
Oh yeah, absolutely easy. Yeah, easy off. You can have it on and off. It's meant to be on all the time, except when you're using the Varoma, because so there's no simmering basket or anything with the TM7. Keep it on, keep it off. I must admit, if I've got a lot of steam and stuff, I do tend to take it off. It just means stuff is evaporating lovely. So, alright, let's have a little look and see. I'm now going to test, because it can be anywhere from like 6 minutes to 8 minutes. It just depends on the size you do your chicken. But what you will find is, I'm taking the biggest bit of chicken to test it. What you'll find is that that's beautifully cooked through. So I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to wait for a second here. Let's stick that back on top there. What I'm now going to do, I'm going to live dangerous. The bowl is still pretty hot. Ideally, you should wait for a minute or two. Let's just try and see what happens. What I'm going to do now is shred that. I'm going to shred it up so it's going to be just beautiful and perfect for our wraps and things. So I'm going to go now back home because we've finished with the cooking component, and I'm going to go into manual cooking. Manual cooking. And you know, remember, if this is something you absolutely love, you can write this into your own recipes and save it so you can make it fully guided so the kids could make it up, or whoever. So I'm in manual cooking now, and I'm just going to go for, let's have a look at the sizing. I reckon I'm going to go for seconds, 1, 2, 3 seconds at speed number 4. Okay, 3 seconds speed number 4, and you must remember to put it on reverse. If you don't put it on reverse, you're going to end up with baby food. So I'm going to hit go, and off we go. Thank you, Gurney. Done. So now we have flavoured, high sautéed chicken that is going to be amazing. So there's plenty in there for lots of wraps, and now I'm just going to test it. Now, one of the things I always like to do is just add in a last little drizzle of olive oil to give that moisture, and Let me just have a taste. Mmm. Lots of lovely flavour.
Go.
Okay, so make up our little wrap. Avocado. And you would have loved an Indian version, didn't you?
Here's salt maybe.
A bit more salt, okay. So a little bit of avocado just going down in the wrap. Yeah. Avocados are amazing things, I love them. Alright, so avocado's gone down, and we're just going to pop in some lettuce from the garden. I've got so much lettuce out there, honestly. Some beautiful cucumber just going down as well. Some carrots, because I love carrots.
You need a bigger wrap.
I know, I'm just little baby ones. Some, and then we're going to pop in some of this gorgeous salt. You're absolutely right. A bit more salt in there. Okay, and then I'm just going to pick some of this beautiful love. So don't forget, we've got the onions that we browned off in here as well. Okay, so that's going to go down. Is it looking good, guys? So, you know, how easy is it to make this beautiful chicken? About 6 minutes, just cut it up, chuck it in, 6 minutes, and you've just got this delicious dish.
Does that freeze well?
Freezes perfectly, yeah, absolutely great in the freezer. Okay, and now then to finish that off, all I'm going to do is to, oh, let's not forget, love these so
Lots of
much.
those.
Yeah, love them. These are going to add that little piquant kind of bite to them, that
But
bit of
also
acidity.
crunchy texture.
And the texture as well, absolutely right. They are so, so good.
There's no way that's going to roll up.
I know, I have filled it up a bit much, haven't I? And then, of course, to finish this up, let's not forget our beautiful sauce. Should have gone for a bigger one. All right, and then, you know, what I'm going to do is I'm just, oh my goodness, okay, it's taco style now, okay? But I'm just going to pop that to the side, and I'm just going to, because I love salad so much, I'm just going to pop a little bit of salad on here with all these extras. We don't want to waste all this beautiful goodness.
You're not going to get away without trying it.
I'll make such a mess. I've got some chilies there as well, coriander. A little bit more coriander on here. Yeah. And then just to finish off that little salad, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drizzle that with a little bit of this, again, as a dressing, because it's so yummy. And then I'm also going to never waste the pickling vinegars. I'm also going to just pop over some of that pickling vinegar, which is going to be amazing. How on earth am I going to try this? I know, it's such a mess. But anyhow, sorry, it's not a roll, it's now like a little taco thing. But can you see just how good that is going to be? And how quick it was. A delicious, delightful lunch. Oh my goodness. I know I say lots of things are nice, but yum. Andrew. There you go.
There you go.
That is so delicious, guys. So, I have been good, Andy. What's some nice flavours?
Well, that's not coming back to you. Wow.
Absolutely delicious. Pickled onions. If you want more pickled onions, I'd put more pickled onions on. Just delicious. So,
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Go on.
that's the TM6.
TM7.
TM7, and I've been enjoying this in bowls with some rice and some of the chicken on top. You can also do it with steak, and you can also do it with pork tenderloin. So just think about the flavors that you would love to have with those kind of proteins. And 6 minutes, 7 minutes is probably all you need to cook it for. Remember to preheat the oil, and then remember blitzing it 3 seconds, speed 4 on reverse. All right, now with the TM6, it's you're a little bit more controlled, and I'm going to put up a link later on today in the actual
Needs more
post.
of this.
The mayonnaise is lovely too.
Yeah, it needs more.
I will put a link. So what you're looking for is you're looking for the cubed chicken in Cookie Dough. Cubed chicken. It's a guided recipe, and as you know, with the TM6, you can only use high heat in guided. He's just like covered in everything. And you can only use high heat in guided cooking mode. So that means you need to find a recipe. So if you use that the sautéed chicken or chicken cube recipe and just follow the instructions for that, that's going to kind of brown up, not as much as this, but it's going to brown up your chicken. And once you finish that step, you then go into the shredding step, and you do that manually, 3 seconds on reverse at speed number 4. So that's kind of what I do, and that's the texture that I like. You can have it fine. I wouldn't go any finer, actually. I think that is perfect. So that's how you do it in the TM6. Any last minute questions there from anybody? No, I'll go back and answer questions. All right, so look, I hope you found that useful on browning. It's a great feature. TM6, you've got it controlled, but it's there, use it. It's going to just ump your flavour. And the reason why, I'm sure you know this, the reason why we brown is because it traps in the moisture of the meat, and it gives you that beautiful caramelized searing. So it's such an important part of your cooking and your taste experience. So there you go. My name's Colette Matriga. Head over to my blog, which is fermykitchen.com. You'll get the recipe for my beautiful red pickled onions. And there's lots more recipes and information there. There's also the latest information about the TM7 and joining us as a consultant. So have a look and reach out if I can help you. If you'd like to join my community, please just reach out. And if you want to get your TM7, I would love to have you as part of that community. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye for now. Say goodbye, Andrew.
Goodbye, Andrew.